Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Good morning. We are at session 9 of our course. In between, in this course, we have studied a lot of words. Around 1,000 words have come in our word families till now. And we have studied the simplest kinds of sentences in English, and the type of sentences which we have studied. If we summarize all of that, then we get this. Here, as you see, that in the columns we have got the three tenses: present, past, and future. Of course, all simple present, simple past, simple future at this point. And here we have got the four different types of sentences: positive, negative, interrogative of the binary kind, and query, in which we are asking for some information that cannot be answered in yes and no. And apart from that, the other two kinds of sentences that we studied are the ones which express order, instruction, request, and such things. This is the positive one, and this is the negative one. This is prescription, and this is prohibition. So starting from here, to summarize, in the present simple present sentence, if you want to say the positive sentence, something happens, then here the subject comes, and then either the original form of the verb, first form, or the fourth form, depending upon what kind of subject you have, whether you have a plural subject, many people, or I or you, then it will be the first form of the verb. On the other hand, if it is he, she, Ramesh, Mahesh, Geeta, the cat, the table, and so on, single, one entity here, one subject, singular subject, then it will be the fourth form, what we call as the fourth form, the verb form with s or es at the end. And then other things come. Among other things, you will have objects and other more details like where, what, and so on. The answers of those things, those questions will come here later, after object. Okay? In the past, only one form for both the cases, and that is the second form of the verb. For tell, it is told. In the future, for both kinds of subjects, whether it is plural subject or singular subject, it will be simply will and then the original verb, and then the rest of the things as usual. So you have got four forms here. Okay, in the present form, in the present tense, in the simple present, you will have two forms, and one must exercise care to differentiate between these two forms. And in the past and future, it is a single form that will come. Similarly, in the case of negative sentences, you construct the negative by the use of the helping verb do, and in that case, this tell becomes do not tell, see will become do not see, and where here tells was coming, then it will be does not tell. Okay, in place of sees, it will be does not see. And as you see that in the case of the negative sentence, the main verb returns to its original form, and the task of modifying because of the subject is taken by the helping verb do, and that becomes does. Going by the same spirit, when you make it past, then in place of told, you have did not tell. When there is a helping verb, then the task of marking the past also is taken by the helping verb. Do becomes did rather than tell becoming told. So tell comes back to its original form. In future, which is perhaps the simplest, you will put will tell here, that is, you put will before the main verb, and in this case, you will say will not. Okay, so the not, the word which signifies that it is a negative sentence, comes between the helping verb and the main verb. Will not tell. Okay. In the case of interrogative sentence, where you are asking a question, expecting an answer in yes, no, then basically you will interchange the order. You first put do, as if this one was I tell, which is the same as, in some sense, I do tell. So you interchange the order, do I tell. Okay. So the subject comes here and the sentence actually starts with do, which is the helping verb. Okay, and other things come as usual. And similarly, for the singular verb, singular sentence, it will be does here. Okay, very much like what you used when you used the negative sentence. Okay, does he tell a story, and so on. Similarly, here also the form, the correct form of do in past, which is did, will come here, and then the subject, I, you, he, whatever it is, then the verb, main verb in its original form, not the past form, because past has been already signified by this helping verb. Okay, and then the other things. And similarly, here will and the subject will be interchanged, and you will have will, then the subject, and then tell. Will I tell? Will he tell? Will Ramesh tell? And in all cases of the subject, both the plural and the singular, it will be the same form. In past and future, the verb form does not change much with the verb form does not change much with the subject, like in the present case. Okay. Now coming to the query, that is in which you are asking for some specific information rather than just yes no answer. Where, why, when, and so on. So that is very simple. You just put that question word before this at the beginning. Okay. The rest of the things go as usual, just like this case. Apart from these, there are two specific cases which we studied in the under the head of simplest sentences in English, that is to express order, request, and so on. Okay. Tell me his name. Tell me his name. Verb, object, the other object. Please tell me his name. Okay. Do not tell him. Please do not tell him. Okay. So this is the positive and this is the negative. This is tell, this is do not tell. See, do not see. And there is no subject. Subject is understood here because subject is you in any case. And there is no inflection, no differences of the tense in this case, because this kind of sentences can be said in only one way. Now this entire summary shows you 14 kinds of sentences, among which you get 18 forms. So 3 tenses, 4 kinds in each, so that makes 3 by 4, 12 sentences, and then additional 2 sentences like this, 2 kinds of sentences like this, so total 14 types. And in the types, in the present tense, you have 2 forms for each, so that adds 4 extra forms and makes it 18 forms among those 14 types. Except that one point does not get covered here. Whatever we said about where, when, etc., that will not work in the case where the questioning word is who, or something that sits in place of who. For example, which also may come in that place. In some situations, what also may come. Wherever the question indicates the subject itself, then this structure will not work. For example, when did I tell? When did I tell? Okay, मैंने कब कहा? If we don't know who it is that told this, then we will be asking who told, and then this structure breaks down, that is, who, did, subject, tell, because subject we don't know. Subject, the role of subject is played in this sentence by actually who. The question itself is for the subject. So in that case, questioning word, did, subject, tell cannot work because we don't know the subject, and the role of the subject is played by the questioning word itself. So the questioning word and the subject merges. So who, and then there is no gap between did and tell. So they also merge and it becomes who told. Okay. Who killed Harshvardhan? So you don't say who did somebody kill, because somebody you don't know. Okay, you are asking. So you say who killed Harshvardhan. On the other hand, after you know who killed Harshvardhan, then you may ask, when did he kill him? Okay, so there the subject comes here and the question is when. So the normal rule gets followed. So the normal rule breaks down only in case of the question being for the subject itself. So subject cannot be filled here. Earlier we have covered a large number of words, and in coming weeks we will be covering many more words. Of course, the focus in this course is to learn the words in their spelling and pronunciation primarily, and meaning we are keeping secondary because all our participants will not need same set of words. Okay, so among the stock of the words that we are giving, some of you will need all the words, some of you will need even more words beyond that, and some of you may manage with half the words only or 80% of the words. But apart from the spelling and pronunciation, the understanding is that for many of these words you know the meaning and usage. And the question arises, why it is important to know the meaning and usage of a large number of words. You may say that I will use only these words and that is good enough for my day-to-day purposes. It may seem that it is enough, but typically it is not enough. Take this example. On this side, we have got a large number of words, and on this side, we have got some meaning of it. Okay. You can see these meanings at leisure, and even if you skip, it doesn't matter, because all of these are taken from a particular dictionary, and these are perhaps not the best meanings. I have kept only that meaning which is listed as the first possible meaning of that word in that particular dictionary. Okay. But the point is that all these words, abode, apartment, bungalow, building, castle, cottage, dwelling, flat, home, house, hut, lodge, mansion, residence, shack, shanty. So there are 16 words here. There may be many more words in this group. Okay. Now against each word, a meaning has been put, and you can say that I will do a better job. I will consult a better dictionary, and whichever dictionary I consult, I will do a thorough job at it, and I will have all the 5 meanings, all the 7 meanings. Fine, you have that. But is it so that in a language a word has a meaning or 7 meanings or 5 meanings? No, and that is why this above list of meanings is not adequate. Words and meanings do not have a one-to-one correspondence. Words are among themselves networked through innumerable links among overlapping fields of meanings. What really happens is that there is one word, say W1. Close to the meaning of that, there is another word, W2. And close to that, another word, W3. And so on. And so on. Now it is not that this word has meaning 1A, meaning 1B, meaning 1C, and similarly others. It is not so. What really happens is that this word has a field of meanings. This word has a field of meanings. this word has another field of meanings. And then there is another word which has this field of meanings. Now what happens is that if in a particular language these 8 words have each of them having fields of meanings which are overlapping somewhere, okay, then if these 8 words are used in the language to describe roughly similar things, slightly different from each other maybe, and with overlapping meanings, and then you don't know 1, 2, 3, these 3 of them, okay. So suppose you don't know these 3 of them. Okay. Then what happens? In order to describe something which falls here, you will be using either this or this. And other people who know the language will not understand that. Okay? Or when this word is used, you will not know what it is. Either you will go to the dictionary or you will not. If you go to the dictionary, then you will get the meaning. Otherwise, you will not get the meaning. On the other hand, if somebody uses this word for meaning somewhere here or here, you may think that he is using it for the meaning of this, because this word you don't have. Okay? If you don't know this word, then this word you don't have, and then if the author or the speaker is using this word with its correct meaning, then you will interpret it as this or even like as this, which is perhaps not the right interpretation. So, as I told you that this list of word meanings is not enough, because you have innumerable links among the overlapping field. Say these 16 words have several links. Okay, only some of the links have been shown here, because these 5 words, abode, dwelling, home, house and residence, these 5 words can form so many connections with others that the entire figure will become dirty, and that is why we have just marked stars against them to show that these can be connected to many of these words and others also. And even this is not a very good representation of the fields of words. The correct representation would be something which is an extension of this, which cannot be shown on blackboard, because blackboard has only 2 dimensions. Okay. So this is the reason why we should know a large number of words. And you see, the way you learn some words and forget some words, the language itself also does that. Suppose the language had 8 words of use for signifying some idea in one rough sense, and then the language comes in contact with other languages, and then some new words come here, and you know what happens? Some of the fields of these words shrink a little and give some space to the guest word, and that is how language grows. Similarly, if some words are never used by any author, any speaker for say 60 years, then some words become obsolete, they are forgotten, and the fields of other words similarly expand and cover that space. Okay? So this way, the way we learn new words and forget some of the old words, the language does the same thing. Okay? So for example, out of these 16 words, if these 4 words were not there, do you think that we will lose out for telling something about mansion or flat? We will use other words, and similarly other words will expand in their scope to accommodate that free space. So now it is important to know a large number of words which are in circulation in the language, so that when you hear something spoken by others, or you read something written by others, you take the correct meaning. And similarly, when you are speaking, you are using the words in the correct context, in the correct meaning, so that those who know the language interpret it appropriately. Okay. Now we come to a little practice on these forms, and you people have got these forms. Okay. So what I will do, I will ask you to make sentences in certain forms. Okay. And orally. Akshat, make a sentence with this word reform in simple present.
I reformed my teacher for the application.
Is it simple present? I reform. Okay, you are using it. You are making it in the sense of inform. What is the meaning of reform? Okay, reform is to improve, to correct, but not in the sense that you are using. Make a sentence with regard. Simple present.
He regards the teacher for his.
He regards the teacher. Okay, he regards the teacher. So you see, Divyansh, he has made a sentence in simple present. He regards the teacher. Now, make another sentence in the same form, same type, simple present. Okay, in which it will not be regards. That sentence is correct. He regards the teacher. Make another sentence in which the form of the verb will be regard and not regards.
They regard the teacher.
They regard the teacher, right? Okay, Kartik. Make another sentence in the same line, but in simple past. Make with demand. Yes.
He demanded for a ball.
He demanded for a ball, or he demanded a ball?
He demanded.
He demanded a ball. Now make it in future.
He will demand a ball.
He will demand a ball. Fine. Now Kartik. Now we will make negative sentences. Okay? Simple present. Simple present, negative sentences. Okay? Moon. दिन को चांद दिखाई देता है? दिन को चांद दिखाई देता है? नहीं? बताओ इंग्लिश में. दिन को चांद देखते हो? नहीं? बताओ इस बात को इंग्लिश में बताओ.
Moon is.
नहीं, सीधे बोलो.
We do not see moon in day.
We do not see the moon in the daytime, or in the day, or during the day. Okay? इसको बदलो. we की जगह पे सब्जेक्ट बदल दो, जिससे कि वर्ब का फॉर्म बदल जाए. We do not see the moon in the day.
He does not see the moon in the day.
Good? Okay. Kartik. ये दिन की बात कर रहा था ना. अब कल रात की बात करो. वही चीज कल रात की बात करो.
We does not.
कल रात. संडे.
We see the moon.
Negative. Yes.
We did not see the moon last night.
Beautiful. We did not see the moon last night. आगे वाले कल के लिए.
We will not see the moon
Tonight. आज रात को. Today. आज का दिन. Tonight. आज रात. We will not see the moon tonight. ठीक है. आज रात हम लोग चांद नहीं देखेंगे. ठीक है. क्योंकि जल्दी से हो गए. ठीक. ओके. So negative sentence is also done. Ask a question with this word. Say 3 will come in the sentence. Kartik. Ask a question.
Who has 3 ball?
Who has 3 balls? Okay. And this is actually that specific case of exception. Okay. Make some other sentence. Make some other sentence asking when, where, something. Or not even that. Start the sentence with the helping verb. Binary question, yes, no.
Do 3 of them like football?
Do they like football?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they like football?
You said
three is not
three
there.
is-
Oh, 3 is not coming. Okay. Okay, 3 was asked for. Okay. Fine. We'll come to the word later. Do they like football? Fine. Actually, that was a very artificial use of the word 3. So, do they like football? Now, change the sentence in which the subject changes in order to give a different form of the verb. Do they like football?
Does he like football?
Does he like football? Okay. So you see the helping verb changes. Does. Okay. From like, we do not make it likes because the helping verb is there, so that will change the form. Does he like football? Make it past, Kartik.
Did he like football?
Fine. Or if we can get rid of football, then you say, did he like his meal? अपना खाना उसको पसंद आया था? Okay. And now make it future.
Will he like football?
Again football. Fine. Will he like football? Okay. So this is the kind of question for which you can give an yes/no answer. Okay. Fine. Now let us go to week. Okay, 7 days. Week. Fine. And now make a sentence with proper question in which yes/no cannot be answered. Proper query, information. You are asking for information.
How many days are there in a week?
Lovely. How many days are there in a week? Okay. But when you convert this sentence in other forms, it will be very funny because in the last century also there used to be same number of days in a week. Make a different sentence. Maybe not with week, but with wheel.
There are 4 wheels in car.
There are 4 wheels in a car. But that is not the kind of sentence which we are asking. We are asking for a WH question.
Why there are 4 wheels in a car?
Beautiful. Why are there 4
Why are
wheels?
there?
Okay. But do not make so many sentences with are. At this stage, we are not interested so much in the use of is, are. We are interested in the use of do, does, did as the helping verb. Okay?
Why do the car has 4 wheels?
No.
Achha, yeah, has.
Why does? Why does the car skid? Why does the car slip? ये कार स्लिप क्यों करता है? गलत चला रहा है वो? Okay? Why does the car slip? Okay? Plural करो.
How do the birds fly?
How do the birds fly? Okay? How do the birds fly? So why does the car skid? How do the birds fly? Does, do. Okay?
What does the wheel do?
What does the wheel do? Yeah, that's a good question. What does the wheel do? Here you see, the helping verb is do and the main verb is also do. Okay? Main verb is do because the question is what it does. On the other hand, you don't say what it does. You say what does it do. Okay? So, you put the does here in the correct form of the helping verb, and the main verb do stays in its own form. Okay. Go to the past in this structure.
What did the whale do?
Or what did I tell you? Okay. What did I tell you? What did I ask you? Now make a future of it.
What will I ask you?
Or what will I answer? Okay. So now make a sentence in which you will be asking me to do something.
Give me the bottle of water.
Perfect. I was expecting precisely this sentence. Give me the bottle of water. Make a negative of it.
Do not give me the bottle.
Or do not give him.
Do not give him the bottle.
Okay? Please do not give him. Okay? Fine. Whatever. Whether you want to put please or not. So these are the 18 forms in the 14 types of sentences which we have covered in this course till now. Okay? We'll have more types to come. Any questions? Okay. Thank you. We'll stop at this point, and in the next session we will again continue. Thank you.